Rise from your grave.
Altered Beast is a 1988 beat-em-up arcade video game released by Sega. The game was developed by Makoto Yoshida, who developed the game as his first project as a lead developer. Yoshida and his team used the System 16 arcade system board for its graphical capabilities with sprites.
Power up.
The story goes that in early 1988, the then president of Sega Enterprises, Hayao Nakayama, wanted a game developed for the arcades that could be easily and quickly ported to their new, soon-to-be-released 16-bit console, the Mega Drive. The reason behind this move was that the arcade version could be used as an advert to promote the new 16-bit console. If players could see a home port of a game that closely resembled its arcade counterpart, it would help promote the Mega Drive as an arcade powerhouse. The game is set in ancient Greece and follows a player character chosen by Zeus to rescue his daughter Athena from the demonic ruler of the underworld, Neph. The player collects power-ups to increase his strength, a feature that had not been seen in beat-em-ups before this game. Once the player had collected 3 power-ups, they metamorphosized into a beast, giving them incredible strength and power. After the confrontation with the end-of-level boss, Neph would appear and strip the hero of all of his power-ups, and he would have to start each level as a shadow of his former self. The game features 1 or 2 player action over a single plane. Players can jump up to platforms higher up, but the game lacks any kind of pseudo 3D environment, such as that seen in other beat-em-ups like Double Dragon and Renegade, released a few years earlier. The gameplay is somewhat limited and basic compared to titles seen today, but praise must go to the visuals, which were superb for 1988 and still look good today.
Power up.
The beast transformations are really well done, especially on the wolf. Apparently, Yoshida asked his lead artist to spend an entire month on this, and it shows. It just looks awesome, even today. Altered Beast is definitely a game of its time. In those days, arcade games used strong visuals to lure in players and spend a huge fortune to complete the game. The bright, detailed, well-drawn graphics and ear-splitting sound effects were used as bait to mask over what is in fact a very simplistic game. But gamers didn't care, and nor did I, as Altered Beast was still an enjoyable blast. Altered Beast was ported to numerous formats, but probably, to most British kids, this is the version they remember playing, the Sega Mega Drive.
Rise from your grave.
Altered Beast was a pack-in game for the Mega Drive when the machine finally got released in the UK in September 1990. And for most Mega Drive owners, this was probably the first game they ever played on Sega's new 16-bit machine. In terms of gameplay, it's all there, and visually it is pretty close to its arcade counterpart. There are some issues with sprite restrictions and everything just seems that little bit smaller, but on the whole, Sega did an amazing job with this conversion. They even managed to add in some parallax scrolling, which wasn't there in the arcade version. Does Altered Beast hold up today? That is a tough question. I do go back and have the odd play of it from time to time, but overall I do play it a lot less than other retro games. It doesn't make it a bad game, it just can't compete with the likes of Golden Axe or Revenge of Shinobi, which also came out at the UK release of the Mega Drive.
Power up!
What Altered Beast does have, for me at least, is a strong feeling of nostalgia I get every time I play it. It always takes me back to a time in my life when I was coveting the Mega Drive and would spend hours each night staring blankly into the screenshots of those early Mega Drive games that were featured in magazines. So when I do play Altered Beast, which version do I play? Well, I would say that's a 50-50. I play the arcade version a lot, but for that nostalgia trip, I play the Mega Drive version. Overall, Altered Beast is a game that was used really as a promo tool to sell the Mega Drive, and in that regard it worked well. Would it have sold if it wasn't given away as a pack-in game? I am sure it would have, just not in great numbers. And that's all from me, folks. If you liked this video, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe.